if anyone pops up tonight, we're gonna go back to a rat in the hospital. Now, one thing I would like to know, if someone could leave it in the comments, is how to change your place. Like, you see how the district status is stable? I want to change it so it's in more good tidings, so I don't get hunters popping in here looking for me. Now, I wonder how people don't notice I'm a vampire by my bloodshot eyes. What did that say? Really curious.
I will not let you down, Mike.
Let's meet this
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I believe we're going to be colleagues.
Reed? Yes, I've been informed about your arrival. I'm Waverly Ackroyd. Welcome aboard, I suppose.
Does my arrival inconvenience you in some way, Dr. Ackroyd?
Let us just say that I don't particularly share Dr. Swans's enthusiasm for hiring you. What we need here are reliable professionals, not overrated dabblers.
Have you heard about any blackmail going on in this hospital?
Blackmail? Nonsense.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
Dr. Reed, may I help you?
Why does she seem to pop up literally everywhere? It's like you can't get away from her. Huh? Wrong way.
I'm all right. Don't waste your time with me.
Oh, let me cure him real quick. If I can. I'll try to be a little nicer around here. That might be what could rise the from stable the district status. Hopefully I'm right. So that means I can go on a couple more get a couple more people in my system, I guess, or killed. Now let's see. Just walking around, come. Treatment for anemia, sepsis, tea. I can craft none of these yet. my workbench, and let's check my... And yes, just so you people know, my daughter Faithlin is still awake. And when I say you people, you know what I mean. There he is.
Good evening, Mr. Goswick. How are you?
I'm okay.
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid I may, sir. I don't mean to be a burden.
You are not a burden, sir. Healing you is my responsibility.
And you have my gratitude for that.
Do you need any help?
Thank you, Dr. Reed, but you've done enough already. The rest is up to me now.
Good.
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
I'm alright. Don't waste your time with me.
Now he is healed. But that didn't help my situation at all.
The flu took my dear wife, Emily. I take comfort knowing we'll soon be together again.
Mr. Rainfield, that's no way to talk. You're in good hands here, and we'll be up again soon enough. Now do me a kindness and get some sleep. I'll be back round later.
Your words are kind, the blessings of an angel. You're the sweet, sweet Lady of Mercy.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. It's a pleasure to see you again. You seem surprised. Dr. Swansea has brought me up to speed concerning your recent appointment to Pembroke Hospital.
You're a the lady who saved me that night, before vanishing into thin air. I remember you from the pub with Dr. Swansea.
Indeed. Allow me to introduce myself formally this time. My name is Lady Ashbury. I remember you well, in spite of the brevity of our encounter.
Apologies. You've taken me by surprise. I'm very happy to see you.
The pleasure is mine, Doctor.
I hope you're more disposed to answer my questions now.
You must have countless questions, but our rather urgent matter first. Swansea has explained. My cover, if you prefer, has been compromised.
Dr. Swansea has commissioned me to be your agent in this matter. You could start by explaining what's amiss.
These past insufferable weeks, I've been the victim of extortion. I've made a first payment, but the blackmailer grows greedy. I must refuse his most recent demands.
Please continue. Every detail is essential. I'm your man.
My embarrassment in this matter is eclipsed only by my shame at having put the hospital at risk. The threat from our anonymous scoundrel is clear. A list of dates. My visits coinciding with the dates of suspicious patient deaths due to massive blood loss.
Is it true?
Now aren't you the blunt one?
You are aware that I too know the thirst for the Scarlet Nectar.
In all honesty, I'm not simply a patron to the hospital. My visits serve a dual purpose. Dr. Swansea has been treating my condition with a revolutionary technique of blood transfusion. It seems you are a specialist in the domain.
I'll take care of it. Do you know where I should start?
If that was the case, I'd settle the matter myself. You could talk to our local gossip, Harriet Jones. Not a pin drops here without her hearing about it.
Good to know.
I'll meet that woman now.
My life, as others know, is in your hands, Dr. Reed. I'm sure of your discretion, but I do fear your powers of persuasion will be put to the test. When this is resolved, I'll be your obligé. I'll answer all questions in regards of your condition.
Thank you.
It's safer here than anywhere else in the East End.
Ooh, I found opium. So if I have any history buffs watching, could you please let me know what era this is? It's supposed to be 1918.
What do you mean?
If I'm not mistaken, that's World War
Fear
I.
and exhaustion make me say awful things to you, I'm afraid.
You
Is that World
remained
War I?
perfectly nice and polite.
1918?
A little delirious, perhaps. But who wouldn't be after enduring an abduction?
Thank you, Doctor. That's a relief. Now all I need to do is rest and return to my...
Because they keep referencing the war.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Hampton? I can't help but notice the cross around your neck.
I manage a night asylum for the poor and homeless of the docks. And I try to guide the lost and hesitant on the right path to our Lord.
Why didn't you use your cross against William Bishop? To repel him somehow?
That's a very strange question, Doctor. A cross is no magical token, if that's what you were trying to say. Not mine, anyway.
Are you a priest, Mr. Hampton? A deacon, maybe?
Not at all, Doctor. I'm just a man of faith willing to preach the good word.
Okay.
How do you feel, Mr. Hampton? Medically speaking, I mean.
I feel exhausted. Beyond exhaustion, actually. William drank so much of my blood in his madness. I feel... empty.
You're in good hands here. Dr. Swansea is well versed in blood transfusion, and I'm sure he'll take the best care of you.
Thank you, sir. I believe all I need is rest. And then I can go back to the people who need me.
I wonder how, yeah. He's a 6 for 3,000. Yeah, he works at the docks. Okay. See, I really want to get this back up to sanitized, if possible. I feel horrible for killing him.
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton. We'll talk again later.
Hey, I need my medication.
What? What? What is this? Who are you? Get out of my room.
There's no need for alarm, madam. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon.
Preposterous. Dr. Reed, you say? I don't want some bumbling intern. Where's Dr. Swansea?
If you continue shouting, I'll have you restrained and gagged. Understood?
How brave. Threatening an old defenseless woman. You know how long I've been a patient here? You've picked the wrong fight. I'm Harriet Jones.
Harriet Jones? Indeed. I've been meaning to have a chat with you. You know what goes on here better than any other patient, I gather.
Oh, better than any patient, nurse or doctor. I've seen so many vile undertakings.
I heard there have been some despicable goings-on. Was there a case of blackmail?
Blackmail? Wait. You're investigating something. This isn't a social call. One of those incompetent cunts slit a poor sod's vein.
You seem to know more about the goings-on here than anyone else. Beware, Miss Jones, in case suspicion should fall on you.
That's it. Blame the old and infirm. I see those little bitches' greedy little eyes. Just waiting for me to pop off they are.
I assure you, madam, this is not an investigation into a possible medical error.
Debauchery, then? Nurses Crane, Hawkins, Brannigans, whores, all of them. They can't keep their legs shut. I've seen them scratching slutty sores.
Really?
That's
well, if you
nasty.
have irrefutable proof, I'll not have the staff behaving in such a manner here.
This is your business, Doctor, not mine. But I swear one of the nurses is cavorting with some man on hospital hours.
Thank you for your time, Miss Jones. You've given me something to go on. See you on the next round.
Yeah. And since you're so impaired, I got your small bag of junk.
The patients and staff might know something. I'll start my investigation with them.
The real question is, what have I just done? Leaving.
But in the circumstances, I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt.
You're sure you don't come back with me?
Nah, I have to see someone at the hospital.
Be careful. You look so bad they may keep you as a patient.
Fuck 'em. I don't like hospitals. Or doctors.
Well then, when you go back to Whitechapel, you may find this useful.
What is it?
A pass for a free medical exam by the best nurse available. Just read it.
I don't read well, but thank you, I guess.
I felt like he's gonna get attacked by one of those lower vampires or something crazy's about to happen.
This man has been savagely attacked and dragged to the floor.
And this is why I feel like I have to change to the steak, because all this does is give like a little bit of damage. I need something that stuns so I can get more blood. Common barrel. That does 130 damage. But it's a two-handed weapon. So, what do I need in order to upgrade this guy? I have to use bludgeon. Common handle part. I need common handle parts.
What sort of creature is this?
That's a lot hard. heart a lot. If you're not strong enough, remember that the blood of citizens basically can get you there.
Can't breathe! I don't want to die here! I want to see the sky! Feel the fresh air! I can't breathe!
Are you injured, sir?
Help me get out of here! I need to get out!
I'm Dr. Reed, and I'd be glad to help you, but you must calm down first. Please, take a deep breath and tell me your name.
Okay, I'm Oswald Thatcher. Please, I need to get out.
All right, Mr. Thatcher, you're safe now. Do you think you can reach the street by yourself?
Yes, I do.
Good. Now leave this place and enjoy the cool night air. It's quite invigorating. I'm sure you'll feel better if you do.
Newton, don't be sorry. We'll meet again soon, and we will be serene and beautiful.
Wait a second. I forgot I have those. So I'm wondering if now should I try to fight that guy?
What creature is this?
Oh, this guy really sucks. It's like it's a lion. I can't tell. How about this? I'll go run back to my bed, evolve, and see if that doesn't help. Yes. You basically enhance your vampire abilities. Oh, he gave me 2 of the serums right there. I'm gonna leave this place for right now, just because I believe I'm not ready. I like being able to defeat bosses with ease. That's just me. Some people like the challenge. I'm not that guy. I hate Dark Souls for that very reason.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed of the Pembroke Hospital. May I be of assistance?
Dr. Reed. So it's you who saved my friend Oswald. It's a pleasure to meet you, sir.
And you are?
Newton Blight. Oswald and I recently returned from the war.
Goodbye, Mr. Blight. Take care of yourself.
Wait, it was Oswald. Oh, I killed Oswald. I wish you could go up to the other girl who's a vampire and be like, hey, there's a big sewer dog down in the sewers. Let me get a little bit of help. Well, see, I have a feeling that they put the I need that. And it tells me to get some more aggressive stuff first for a reason. But I do need help. Oh no.
I will not let you down, my boy.
Good evening, Doctor. How is my son doing?
Do you require medical attention as well, Mrs. Goswick?
Do you know you're the only one who's asked me this? No. I don't feel well, actually.
Despite what you think about this place, I can tell you with absolute certainty, taking this will help you recover.
Well, at least your reputation seems well deserved. Unfortunately, I can't say the same for this hospital.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick. Good evening, Mr. Goswick. How are you?
I'm okay.
So let's see. He's healthy.
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
Doctor.
I'm wondering if it would be better to actually use
Simpletons, these nurses.
instead of, because that is what allows me to parry. So let's see if I'm able. Oh, hush. Let's see if I'm able to parry that beast. He's fatigued. I can help him at least. Bruv.
I'm sorry.
I cannot enter.
Plain and cold medical bench, sir. I understand. You must be very angry about this unfair situation.
It's locked, all right.
Buried in the same mass grave as your wife. I hope that might help.
Here he comes. And if I could walk right by him into there.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Such a pleasure to see you again.
See?
Do you need medical attention?
Well, the proximity of the dead is not the most healthy company. Even if the quiet can be appreciated.
Who? Oh. It'll be fun.
Don't take too many risks with your health, Mr. Chidana. None of us are immune to this disease.
And that is a good thing. Death and disease is a constant reminder of our mortality. But you have my thanks, Dr. Reed.
Goodbye, Mr. Chidana.
District is still in serious. And I've only killed 2 people. I'm done. Well, at least crafting all these and treating people is giving me like 20 experience. Well, nope, not even that. 15. I don't have any more sodium.
Dr. Reed. Such a pleasure to see you again.
Please show me what you have to sell.
Of course. It's just trinkets and curios, really. But I'm sure they can be useful.
Wait a second. I always do that and forget why I initially went to him.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Such a pleasure to see you again.
No,
Please show me what you have to sell.
Of course. It's just trinkets and curios, really. But I'm sure they can be useful.
Overwhelmed by this horrifying epidemic.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Have you seen a strange man visiting any of the nurses here?
I've never heard of such a thing, Doctor.
Do you know if any of the hospital staff have criminal backgrounds?
The people who work here all come from very different backgrounds, Doctor. Just like the patients.
Mm-hmm.
Do you require medical assistance, nurse?
I will be fine, as soon as I can get some sleep.
Yeah. Let's see something. Okay. So she's recovering. He should be recovering. She's about to recover, or I could. She has a cold. I can't help that. Man.
Nurse, you won't be able to help people if you're sick. Take this, and do try to get some rest.
I'll try, Dr. Reed. Thank you.
Have you seen a strange man visiting any of the nurses here?
I've never heard of such a thing, Doctor.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance. Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Goodbye, Nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
She tries to look away from my eyes.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
I have some good news, Milton.
What? The epidemic's over?
I retrieved your wallet with all the money and a certain picture.
Well, yeah, Pippa Hawkins is my girl. So what? Is it the difference of skin colour that bothers you?
Not at all, Milton.
Good. Please, take this money anyway. To remind you to keep your mouth shut. Not everybody is as broad-minded as you, Dr. Reed.
Have you heard of any underhand dealings going on in this hospital?
There are a lot of secrets round here. I'm not surprised someone tried to make money from them.
What kind of secrets?
I'm not in the gossip business, Dr. Reed. If you want to know more, we better talk to Harriet Jones. She's the oldest patient here.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
I want that. I wonder if I can already upgrade my... Well, first I can already go ahead and check it. New details. It wasn't that one. Not that one, this one. Alright, let's try to fight old demon dog and one last time, and if I lose this last time, I'll be calling it night and seeing what I can do about it. Hey look, it's Clay.
Good evening, Mr. Cox.
Dr. Reed, still working at night, I see. I like that.
And why is that?
People who don't sleep at night always seem more alive to me. More interesting, one way or another.
Have you heard of any underhand dealings going on in the hospital?
Blackmail? That's not my style. Too risky. The black market, though. Now that's where the money is.
Alright.
I'll leave you for now, Mr. Cox.
Try fighting this guy one last time. Weapon is a lot better. Okay. Quick way to get out. Alright. Let's hope that this weapon helps out.
What sort of creature is this?
Definitely helping out. Not nice. Give me that.
To check, but I should.
That made it easier. Oh wow.
Some voucher for a free checkup in Whitechapel. What is Nurse Crane up to? I really must find her.
I will tell everyone this now. The right weapon makes a world of difference in this game. The weapon that I had was quicker, but I needed something with more damage. It makes the lesser vampires easier to kill. it just made me even going through that a lot easier. And one good thing about the two-handed weapons is it stuns. After 2 consecutive hits, it does stun, which gives you the ability to feed, which also in hand gives you more attacks. And I got 1,135 XP from doing that number on them. I guess I'll take that neck and end you. Now, let me check up on my peoples here. He's recovering. She's recovering. He should be... Oh, did I not give him his cure? I do not believe I did. I talked to him about his love interest,
but still trying to save lives.
And didn't give him.
Do you need any medical help, Milton?
I'm afraid I do. Like everyone in this hospital. It's a sad state of affairs when even the hospital workers are worried about disease.
Here, take this.
Our job brings us into contact with all kinds of infections, Milton. There's no shame in being ill while you're in a hospital.
That's easy for you to say, Doctor. I get the feeling you don't fall sick often. Well, thanks, anyway.
Take that.
Goodbye, Milton.
And then... let me go ahead and do a little workup on myself. Did he just have the conclusion that I'm a vampire? Who knows? Let's go ahead and 600 to do that. I can upgrade my claws. Can't do that yet. I'm pretty sure I can't do the blood spears yet either. Or that helped so much with fighting that beast. Let's do that could come in handy. Let's go ahead and double up on that guy. And let's increase my blood capacity. If I could increase my stamina, that would be awesome, but I'll have to get some more. Oop, no. Confirm. Okay. So healing people does cause it to go up, which means I have to heal everyone here for it to become stable again. What about here? It's stable here. So let me just go ahead and make it stable here again. If I can. Let's see what I can whip up. go and cure Mr. Cox. I am absolutely loving this game and how every decision I make, I have to do extra to correct, or basically to make up for what I did. So by me killing 2 people, it
Hey, Doc.
It caused a domino effect.
You're lucky to be alive, Mr. Cox. I hope you're starting to take better care of yourself.
This place is full of sickness and decay. How could I get better in such a dump?
Easily. Take
Consider
this.
yourself lucky that I'm treating all of my patients equally. But don't push your luck.
Don't play the innocent with me. I'm sure you have good reasons to act this way. And also weaknesses that can be exploited.
I'll leave you for now, Mr. Cox.
All that did was give me the ability to let him get healed here, which should have brought it up from serious to stable, but he got sick and so did he.
He's one of them! Watch yourself!
Tell me to join the ranks. So. Oh yeah, that's right. That's how I figured out cures for stuff. I analyzed blood samples. Oh.
This is no place for a gentleman. Oh, you! Stop there! Don't forget, check every roof.
Oh my god! We have to stop him!
Whitechapel. This neighborhood is linked somehow to the kind Lady Ashbury's blackmail. First, let's find this Petrescu fellow.
What?
Shooting a boy in the middle of the street. Not the best thing to do, wouldn't you say?
What? You saw what happened? Who are you?
I'm Dr. Reed, and I'd like to ask you a few questions, if you promise me to set your gun aside.
No. Look, I'm not a violent man. I'm Benjamin Palmer, doctor. And no one can help me. Not even you.
I won't end up another drunk arsehole littering the streets. Not me.
Should I kill him, honey, or let him go? He just killed a boy. He just killed a boy. Thank you.
I'm not afraid anymore. I died in this trench a long time ago.
Good evening, miss.
Good evening, sir. Are you interested in a miraculous cure for this unknown and deadly epidemic?
Actually, I am.
Then you have come to the right place. The famous Swanborough cordial is all you need to help keep you in perfect health.
Oh, really? Why didn't I hear about it during my studies? I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Ah, my brother has spoken of your research, sir. I'm Loretta Swanborough, and it's always a pleasure to meet a fellow healer.
You are not a healer. But
I'd like to see what kind of medicine you're selling.
I'm broke again.
The Swanborough cordial can be the answer to all your problems. As long as you have the money.
I'll not die in some piss-stinking alley reeking worse than a week-old lavvy.
When science fails you.
What do you want? Leave me alone.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I'm looking for Nurse Dorothy Crane.
There is no Dorothy Crane here. Now goodbye.
I'm afraid this medical leaflet says the opposite, sir.
Really? Well, I'm afraid I'm going to close this door right now. Go bother someone else, Mr. Doctor.
To enter that house, I must discover who this man really is. I must insist, sir. Please let me see Nurse Crane.
I have no time for you, sir.
I must insist, sir. Please let me see Nurse
I'm gonna
Crane.
keep asking.
I have no time for you, sir.
All right.
It's locked, all right. There's no one in.
It says investigate his actions, but how would I even begin to do that if he won't let me in the stinking house? It says to investigate his actions. Oh, wait. Must I look through the fence over here? Ah, really simple. And he has bronchitis. Why is she always covered in
at the
blood?
door with a pass for our medical facility. I refused him entry.
Darius, how could you know he didn't need our help?
His clothes were too finely tailored to be for Whitechapel.
Perhaps just a friend of that stray poet who is always about.
Richard Nithercott? No, not of the same cloth, this man. I suspect some machination from that journalist.
Clayton Darby. Is he still asking questions?
Yes. I saw him drifting around St. Mary's Church. I swear he is tracking me just downwind.
It's locked. I must talk to that journalist or the poet. They must know about Darius. Nearby the church they just mentioned.
Welcome, sir. Please, take a browse of my wares.
I am Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
Doctor? Interesting. I'm Barrett Lewis. Usually I don't have time to waste with talk, but at this hour of the night I can hardly refuse.
Have you heard of a nurse called Dorothy Crane?
Nurse Crane? So the bitch really is a nurse, then? Always thought she was just some crafty foreigner, that one.
Yes, she's a nurse, and quite a good one. What did she do to gain such notoriety?
Dorothy Crane ain't even a real name. Something like Dorothea Craniu. Something like that. Came to England fleeing the war, I was told.
That doesn't explain why she irritates you so much.
Your precious Nurse Crane gives away medical supplies and prescriptions for free. I offered to sell it for a fair cut, but no. Miss Crane wanted to play the quiet saint.
No.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Lewis. Forgive my interruption.
Do not apologize, my son. Father Tobias Whitaker is always happy to teach mortals about the incoming Armageddon.
I am Dr. Jonathan Reed, and I just have a few questions.
I really want to just bite this guy.
You are much more lost than I thought, my son.
I have heard enough for tonight.
I don't.
Goodbye.
Don't want to talk to him. I'm looking for one specific person. Fine, Clayton. Hey, it's probably Clayton that went to Africa. What?
Don't be shy, handsome. What can Christina do for you?
I'm not looking for what you're selling. But I'd like to ask you a few questions, if I may. I'm a doctor. Dr. Reed.
All right then, but be quick. Though I usually get paid when I open my mouth.
Wow.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? Anything you can tell me about her would be helpful.
I don't know her, but I know her name is Dorothea Crăciunescu. She came from Romania like me and many others.
You seem to respect her.
Dorothea helps the sick people of Whitechapel. Everyone should respect that.
Ah.
Tell me about yourself.
Are you joking with me? People don't usually come to see me for conversation.
I have no interest in your work. I am, however, curious as to what led you into this career.
Short story. The war, exile, and England. This country is not especially welcoming. I've been refused many jobs because of where I am from. I had few options left.
I always thought I was the master of my own fate. But now I know we don't always have control over our lives. I don't judge you.
You know, this money is not only for me. I have good reasons to need this money quickly. But it is not your concern, Doctor.
Goodbye, miss. Take care of yourself as best you can.
Clayton. I need blood and stamina. He's dead. And I'll take all of your watery blood samples. Oh, wait. No. Oh. Uh-huh. What I really need is a good hideout, but that seems I could have swore it was fine. Wasn't it just Clayton?
Morbidity can breathe its own.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions.
Please be my guest. Although I may not be the best informant regarding this part of town, My words speak about that which the eyes cannot see.
Really?
Oh, great. We have a lunatic.
Are you an artist of some kind?
I'm a poet, sir. Richard Nethercott, at your service.
Okay.
May I ask you a
Jump
few
straight
questions
to
about
it.
the district?
Extraordinary part of town, is it not? I'll be glad to help you, if I can.
What can you tell me about an old man called Darius?
Darius Petrescu? Yes, I know him. At first, I thought he was only a small publisher. I invited him to publish my work, but his reaction was pretty clear.
Not interested in your talent?
Darius is an old political activist who takes delight in printing tracts and lampoons. Those communist activities only require mediocre writing skills.
Wow.
I'm looking for Dorothy Crane, a nurse who lives in this vicinity.
Dorothy Crane. Oh, I love the name. The Crane of Whitechapel. Sounds very mysterious. But, sorry, no, never heard of her.
I'll leave you alone, sir.
The reason why I keep on walking into these is simply because sometimes there are what's the word I'm looking for? Hidden gems. Like here. Found another one.
The walls of your home will not protect you.
Excuse me, sir. Are you familiar with this part of town? Name's Clayton Darby, reporter.
Found
Sorry,
him.
I'm new to Whitechapel. But perhaps you could help me since you're a journalist. My name is Jonathan Reed.
Dr. Reed, the famous surgeon. I'll gladly help if I'm able, sir.
No, okay.
I heard you're investigating an underground medical dispensary in Whitechapel. What do you know about it?
Not much, I'm afraid. They are wary of strangers, and I'm not really an acquaintance of theirs. Why do you care?
It's confidential. Speaking as a doctor, I'm sure you understand.
Are you sure you're not just concerned about the repercussions that a scandal involving a certain Nurse Crane from the Pembroke Hospital would bring?
Without a doubt, you are a damn fine journalist, Mr. Darby. What do you know of her accomplice?
He is
a man
good.
named Darius.
I don't know much about the man. He's very cautious. Never goes out. Doesn't seem to have any friends or family.
He never goes out?
No. A few days ago, he unexpectedly did. I followed him, but it was just a ruse to keep me away from his house.
Really? How do you know?
He went to the nearest mailbox, but just before posting his letter, he ripped it up and threw it away.
He has no relatives at all?
No. Except for that strange man, a poet named Richard Nethercott, who sometimes comes by. Darius would never let him in.
Where can I find this Mr. Nethercott?
He spends most of his time lurking around Whitechapel, talking to himself or declaring verses. These days, you can usually find him behind the church.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
I've already talked to Richard.
The content of Darius' letter to his children could give me more leverage to enter. Darius is a bit less of a mystery now. It should not be that difficult to incite him to let me in.
did he just hit me in the back of the head with the cross? I should have at least taken out one. At 50, I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night, guys. I'm just giving you a little heads up. I'm wondering how that guy didn't see me. I was basically right in front of him. So wait a minute. I was heading the wrong way.
For peace of mind. Can't you just look the other way this week, Joe? Come on, we can sort it out, right?
It's not my call, Barrett.
Fancy buying something, sir?
You never lose your focus, do you? Goodbye for now, Mr. Lewis. Mr. Petrescu, just 1 minute, please.
You again. Go away.
Sir, wait. Stop this nonsense. I know Nurse Crane is here. Shall we speak man to man, you and I?
All right. Speak up.
Don't you see we're on the same side? We fight to help the poor, sick, and abandoned.
I'm nothing like you, Mr. Doctor.
Yes, you are. You too believe in providing medical care without charge. You know what we have to sacrifice to make the world a better place.
I have to admit your words have conviction. All right, I'll let you see Dorothea. Don't make me regret this, though.
Thank you.
It's locked.
I went out the wrong way.
Hello, Mr. Petrescu.
Hello, Dr. Reed. Come on in.
I went out the wrong way. So that's the front door. Walking back here is the back door, but it still says Whitechapel because now you're in the courtyard.
What do we have here, nurse?
Patient Razvan high fever running on 3 days. Complaints of dizziness, muscle aches, and head pain, diagnosed with influenza.
Treatment?
Aspirin and salicin for the fever and discomfort. Liquids for dehydration, but he's having trouble keeping even water down.
Aspirin and salicin, you say? Why not some warm milk and a kiss on the cheek? Where are the quinine salts?
Tried buying, borrowing, even stealing. There's none to be found, Doctor.
He's not convulsing, he's choking. He's not getting any air. Scalpel! Hand me that scalpel!
What can I do, Doctor?
It's too dangerous to operate with these convulsions. Sedative, nurse. Do we have any anesthetics?
I'm sorry, Doctor. None at all.
I need to perform a tracheostomy. Short pipe. That rubber tube will do. We're going to cut a passage for air through the neck.
Yes, Doctor. He's breathing again, but he's coughing up blood.
Internal hemorrhaging. I need to make another incision into the chest cavity to drain the fluids from the lung. Prepare another tube.
A thoracostomy. Doctor, we've nothing to fight the infection. We need an aseptic environment.
Right then, Nurse Crane. What do you suggest we do?
I've no idea. I'm not the doctor.
Time is of the essence. We need to perform a thoracic drain.
Yes, Doctor.
At least ask her what she wanted to do.
He's still bleeding, Doctor. I'm losing his pulse.
The drain must have punctured the intercostal artery. There's too much blood.
Are you all right, Doctor?
I can't see. I must first suture the artery. Find the wound. The source of the blood.
Needle and thread, Doctor.
Good. The stitches are holding.
Oof,
how's he doing?
I didn't go into full frenzy mode.
We've lost his pulse. He's dying, Doctor.
Epinephrine.
A dose of epinephrine, now.
Yes, Doctor.
That always helps to kickstart a heart.
We've lost the pulse. He's gone, Doctor.
Nurse, we did everything we could.
Truly? Everything you could? Is that how you'll report this in your log? Is this how the war went? Piling up one poor corpse beside the next?
This was not an influenza-induced seizure. I've never seen symptoms like these on the continent.
Neither have I. But the previous symptoms leading up to this attack were the same, indistinguishable from the epidemic.
No. There was something more vile in these reactions. Something primitive.
There have been numerous reports of mental breakdowns caused by the fever that accompanies the flu itself, Doctor.
Yes, but I'd best take some samples of the blood for analysis.
I doubt you're here to test my bedside manners. I suspect it was more than intuition alone that led you to us. So, how might I be of service, Dr. Reed?
I've come to put an end to this insufferable blackmailing, Dorothy.
Doctor, you think your warnings scare me? I've stolen and plied, blackmailed and lied, but what else am I to do? I'm all these people have.
You've convinced me of the sincerity of your actions and their noble justifications. But all the same,
it must stop.
Blackmail is a crime, and it will stop, Nurse Crane.
So, are you going to turn me over to the authorities?
Nurse Crane, there is no question that the work you've done here is extraordinary, but this dispensary is incapable of coping with the outbreak. It's only a question of days before the situation at hand will overwhelm us. I cannot allow it. It's my duty to put an end to this immediately.
I'm not ashamed. I did what was right. For in the end, I saved lives and you took them. But we had so much in common, Doctor. Don't you see that?
This one stinks already. Look at it! Vicious fucker! Murdering bastard! Grenade! I said stay away, sir! Go back home, idiots!
Now I said I would stop at 250, but it's so hard to.
Me? I'm not dying of some piss stinking.
And my level of mesmerizing did jump up from me taking her life. A bit of me thinks I should have spared her, but she said she would continue blackmailing, so...
Human blood. Whoever left these marks did so deliberately.
Kill it, boy! Get the fucking grid! Cross the leech, boys!
Leave this for you guys.
Cross the leech, boys!
Take a little bit more stamina. minute ago. Make my report and there we go. Back to my room. I'll analyze my blood samples real quick. Go ahead and first let's do this. Let's give there she is, all the way down there. And give her the cure for the cold, because apparently now there's a cure for the common cold.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Pepper, I know you're very close to Milton Hooks.
Yes? Milton Hooks is my man. If you want to report me for that, just feel free, Doctor.
I have no intention of reporting you, Nurse Hawkins. But are you aware of the risks?
The rules say I won't be allowed to work as a nurse anymore. But here at the Pembroke, we break rules all the time.
Is he worth the risk?
Hey, I'm no perfect woman, and Milton is not the finest bloke. But we do our best to get by. That's all any of us can hope for nowadays.
Do you need medical help yourself?
I'm afraid I've contracted some illness, Dr. Reed.
Not under my watch, nurse. Take this. You'll feel better.
Thank you, Dr. Reed.
You're welcome.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Love who you love. As I leave.
I would ask you to avert your eyes, sir. Or did you not know it was rude to stare?
I knew it.
Speak up, Dr. Reed. I like a man who speaks his mind.
Hiding your true appetites behind a facade of compassion. Bravo. Very clever indeed.
I would say that is very clever.
Spare me your sarcasm, Jonathan. You are but newly born in this world.
We are vampires. We live by leeching the blood from weaker prey. We are Darwin's next chapter. His cynical and perhaps ultimate expression.
The situation is somewhat awkward nonetheless. I have not been observed sustaining myself for many decades. I have to say I'm a trifle embarrassed.
Anyway, I have concluded my inquiries concerning your blackmailer.
I see. Please excuse my agitated state. Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't let anyone see me in this condition.
The case is closed. Permanently. You will not be bothered anymore by the woman.
And who was this woman?
If you must know, she worked under my employ as Nurse Crane. But I'll wager that's not what will be written on her gravestone.
You killed her? Is that what you consider discretion and diplomacy, Dr. Reed?
I did what I thought was best, and acted accordingly.
You will learn that trust is a rare and precious commodity in the Immortals world, my young doctor. And your actions have not induced me to offer you my support.
I've been hearing a voice talking in my head. Is this some kind of insanity? It feels like the voice of the vampire that created me.
Hush. Tell no one this. It would be unwise to talk of such things amongst British immortals. Speak no more of your maker.
How could this cause offense?
Only the powerful immortals can mentally call to their progeny. No vampire or hunter will sleep easy, knowing that an unidentified elder is stalking the streets of London.
Uh-oh. Let's see.
I don't understand. Why was I created and then left for dead?
That is a question only the one who made you can answer. It's not normal practice. I doubt even if you find him, he will answer you, considering how cruelly he treated you.
I'd like to avoid creating another vampire by mistake anyway. Tell me, how is it done?
The process is dangerous. It could even kill your potential progeny. If you did decide to sire an offspring, they must drink of your blood, Jonathan.
So me being a vampire could have been a mistake.
I very much doubt it, Jonathan. Contrary to the legends, it is not as simple to make another vampire by just biting someone.
A vampire? Is that what I am? What we are?
Such a crude word, defined by penny dreadfuls and drunken hacks. No. You are now an Ekon, and that you shall remain.
Are you an Ekon too?
Yes, I am. We are the closest thing to what man refers to as vampires. Forget what you think you know about us.
So we are Ekons. How can I identify us amongst other vampires?
How to put it? All Ekon are vampires. But all vampires are not Ekon. We are but a branch of the immortal tree.
Ah, so the other one.
I've been hearing a voice talking in my head.
The skulls
are some kind of insanity.
Are lesser in the immortal tree, I guess.
The vampire that created me.
Hush. Tell no one this. It would be unwise to talk of such things amongst British immortals. Speak no more of your maker.
Excuse my forwardness, but are you my maker?
Me? Goodness, no. Only a foolish immortal would create a progeny without taking precaution, and I'm no fool.
That's why.
I know this is beyond the pale, but may I inquire your age?
Really? And I thought you were gentlemen. If you must know, I'm 27. I've been 27 for a long time now, and 27 I shall remain.
Okay.
I bid you farewell, for now, my lady.
I'll ask her some more questions.
I must quickly analyze the blood I took from Nurse Crane's patient.
So, what I will do is I'll go ahead and do a little bit of evolving, but I will call it a night tonight. I'm so sorry, but I'll do some evolving, see how that does, and hopefully I got this place stable again. But at least now I know how to get a place stable and unstable if I want it. And so let's look at my claws. I don't really like the claws, but I do like the shadow mist, so I will upgrade that to with 2,000. It's a lot. Alright. Let's go ahead and upgrade my health and my stamina. My blood capacity should be a little bit higher as well. And increase that. What is this? I'm liking that. Let's do that one too. And how much is this guy? Why not give myself a nice little barrier? And you'll be able to see all of these new moves tomorrow. I'll do another video tomorrow and you'll be able to see all these nice moves. So fighting against the rise of crime. Yet more proof of violence in the election in London. Young nurses, Dorothy Crane was found dead yesterday morning behind the walls of what seemed to be an illegal dispensary, where the local sick sometimes went to get medical support from unidentified activists. There was no doubt that the cause of Miss Crane's passing, the poor woman had died from blood loss following what the police described as a massive wound to her throat. That masturbating was but the image of the current situation in Whitechapel. Its inhabitants are criminals, bandits, and madmen disguising themselves as citizens of London. Increasingly, no hospital admit to having employed the victim. This mystery has immediately been closed, and the soft and liberal minds already object to this closure, and local medical facility can only increase the mortality rate and put locals' health in further risk. No one cannot help but dread the time when these people brutality will seep through the walls of the city itself. Alright. Who is this guy? So my hospital is back to stable. I like that. There we go. Now let's check this blood sample and we will call it a night.
Razvan Vasily was infected by Spanish flu, but also has the highly unstable blood of the Scows. Is the London vampire epidemic transmitted through the flu? I should talk to Dr. Swansea about it.
Alright. And let's go ahead and call it a night. Confirm all this. see if anybody else gets sick. And already it went down to serious. Okay. I will find these people. Alright guys, have a very nice night. I will get back on tomorrow. Well, really, today. Okay? Duke0van0strauss out. And also, don't forget to like and subscribe.